My sister started claiming my kids are my husband's. Hi, Reddit. I'm writing this from England. My family and I live in London, but we are from Ukraine. We emigrated a long time ago because I don't know what to do anymore. I'm 35 years old, married to my husband, 37 years old for 10 years, and we have two children, a son, 8 years old, and a daughter, 5 years old. We are a happy family, or at least we were, until my older sister, 38 years old, started this whole nightmare. I always knew she was a bit problematic, but this has crossed all lines. I need advice because I feel like I'm losing control of my life. Sorry if this is long, but I want to describe everything in detail so you understand the context. First, a little background about our family, because without it you won't understand why this is so painful. My sister and I grew up in a small town in Ukraine, but our parents emigrated to the UK when we were 10 and 13 years old, respectively. Life wasn't easy. Our parents worked low-paying jobs, we learned English, adapted to a new culture. My sister, named Anna, was always the star of the family, beautiful, smart, but with a terrible character. Since childhood, she was jealous. If I got a good grade at school, she would throw a tantrum, saying the teacher liked me more. I remember when I was 12, I won a school drawing competition, and she tore my drawing and told our parents that I did it myself because I was jealous of her. Our parents always defended her, said she was sensitive, and that I had to be patient because I was younger. When we grew up, it didn't change. I went to study marketing at a university in Manchester, found a good job in London, met my husband Tom, he's British with Irish roots, works as an IT specialist. We met at work, he's charming, kind, always supports me. We got married quickly because everything was perfect. Romantic dates in London parks, trips to Europe. We went to Paris for our honeymoon, where he gave me a heart-shaped pendant that I still wear. The children came naturally. Our son James was born 2 years after the wedding, our daughter Emma 3 years after him. They are wonderful. James loves football, plays in a local kids team, Emma draws and dances, we take her to ballet. Our life is a typical middle-class British family. A house in a London suburb with a garden where the kids play with our dog, a Labrador named Buddy, weekly family dinners, holidays with barbecues. Anna, her life took a different path. She got married early at 25 to a guy from our Ukrainian community in London. He was kind, but Anna constantly complained. Either he didn't earn enough, he worked as a mechanic, or he wasn't romantic. The main problem, she couldn't get pregnant. They tried everything, tests, treatments, even IVF twice. I know because I lent her money for one of them, £5,000, which she never fully repaid. The doctors said she had problems with her reproductive system, maybe due to stress or genetics. Anna's husband, Peter, endured it for 8 years, but eventually left, partly because of the lack of children, he dreamed of a big family, partly because of her character. She constantly yelled, blamed him for everything, even for her infertility. After the divorce, Anna became even worse. She drank more than she should. I saw her at family gatherings with a glass of wine at 11 a.m., complained to everyone about ungrateful men, and was jealous of anyone who had children. She often told me, "You're lucky, and I'm suffering," as if my children were an insult to her. Now to the point. This started about 6 months ago. We were at a family barbecue at our parents' house in Birmingham. They are pensioners, live quietly. Anna arrived, as always, with a sour face. The kids were playing in the garden, Tom was grilling meat, everything was fine. Suddenly, Anna comes up to me in the kitchen, where I was cutting salad, and says, "Listen, are you sure James and Emma are Tom's? They don't look like him. James has your eyes, but his nose." Reminds me of that ex of yours from university. I laughed, thought it was a joke, albeit a bad one. I said, "Anna, that's not funny, stop it." But she didn't stop. That same evening in front of our parents, she says, "Mom, look at Emma, her hair is red like Tom's, but her face. Well, I don't know, maybe the genetics are weird." At first I ignored it, thought it was her jealousy showing. She always did that. When I was happy, she felt bad. I remember at my wedding she accidentally spilled wine on my dress and said it wasn't on purpose. But as the weeks went by, it got worse. She started calling me in the evening after work and saying, "I saw photos on social media. Your children don't look like Tom. Maybe you had an affair on the side? I know you weren't a saint in university." I got angry, told her to shut up, but she didn't listen. Then she started saying this in front of others. At our dad's birthday, we celebrated at a restaurant in central London, Italian cuisine, because Dad loves pasta. She said in front of all the relatives, "Tom, are you sure these are your children? Look, James is tall, like that guy my name dated before you. Our parents laughed nervously, but I saw Tom tense up. This went on for weeks. She sent me WhatsApp messages with photos of the children and comparisons. Look, the nose isn't from Tom, it's from someone else. She said it in front of friends. We have mutual friends from the Ukrainian community, and at a meetup in a cafe, we get together once a month at a Starbucks near the Thames, she says. Girls, haven't you noticed that my name's children don't look like her husband? Maybe a secret? The friends laughed, but I felt the rumors spreading. The worst, she started saying this to Tom directly. She called him at work. He works in an office in the city, said, Tom, think about it, are they really your children? I'm her sister, I know her better. She was always secretive. Tom initially joked it off, but I saw it was affecting him. I tried to stay calm. I talked to her privately. Anna, why are you doing this? Is it because of your problems? I supported you when you were getting divorced. She replied, I'm just worried about you, the truth hurts, but it's better to know. But I knew it was jealousy. She couldn't have children, and I could, and I had a happy marriage. Her life is a lonely apartment in Edgware, a job in a shop, no prospects. I felt sorry for her, but this was crossing the line. Now the situation has escalated. Tom started looking at the children differently. In the evening, when we were putting them to bed, we have a ritual reading bedtime stories. James loves Harry Potter, Emma loves princesses, he said. Honey, maybe we should do a DNA test, just to calm down. I was shocked. Offended to tears, I yelled, You don't trust me? After 10 years? He apologized, but said the rumors were poisoning his mind. We argued, I cried all night. Our parents know, but they say, Anna is just jealous, ignore her. But how can I ignore it when it's destroying my family? Reddit, what should I do? Do the test to prove it? Cut ties with my sister? Talk to our parents seriously? I'm in despair, feeling betrayed by everyone. Thanks for reading, I'm waiting for advice. Update 1. Hi again, Reddit. Thank you all for the advice in the original post. I read every comment, and it really helped me gather my thoughts. Many advised doing a DNA test to close this topic once and for all, and not to communicate with my sister until everything was clear. Others said to talk to our parents seriously because they defend her. I decided to go this route because the situation was already getting out of control. This is an update on how we did the test, the results, and what happened after. Sorry if it's long again, but I want to describe everything in detail because emotions are still running high, and I need to get it off my chest. It's been about a month since the original post. It's now the end of July, as the original was in June, and it all feels like a nightmare I'm only just starting to wake up from. First, about how we got to the test. After that argument with Tom when he suggested the DNA, I didn't speak to him properly for 2 days. I felt betrayed, after 10 years of marriage, after everything we've been through together. Remember how we weathered the pandemic working from home with small children, or how he supported me when I lost my job for 6 months due to company layoffs. And suddenly he doubts me because of my sister's chatter. I cried into my pillow at night because the children heard our arguments. James once came into the room and asked, Mom, why are you and Dad shouting? Did we do something bad? That broke my heart. Emma, my little one, started drawing sad pictures, a sun with clouds, a family where everyone is separate. I realized I couldn't go on like this because it was harming the children. So I sat down with Tom at the kitchen table in the evening. After the children went to bed, we were drinking tea with milk as always because Tom loves the British style and said, Okay, let's do the test. But if the results show you're wrong, you must apologize not only to me but also admit that Anna is poison for our family. He agreed, looked guilty, hugged me and said, I love you, it's just these rumors. They're like a worm in my head. We decided to do the test privately, without involving the family, to avoid a scandal. We chose an online service. There's a company in the UK called DNA Legal or something similar, but we went with Ancestry DNA because they have an option for family tests, not for legal purposes, but for home use as we didn't need it for court. We ordered the kit online. It arrived in 3 days in a regular box, like a gift. The kit contained swabs, instructions, and envelopes. We did it in the evening after dinner. That day I made carbonara pasta, Tom's favorite dish, to lighten the atmosphere. First, Tom took a sample from himself, just swabbed the inside of his cheek, packaged it. Then me, and with the children, oh, that was hard. I told James it was a scientist game because he loves watching Discovery about DNA and genetics. He dreams of becoming an astronomer, looks at the stars through our small telescope in the garden. He laughed and did it. I told Emma it was a magic test to see if we're all from the same fairy tale family. She giggled and rubbed her cheek. But inside I was trembling, thinking, what if something goes wrong? Although I know everything is fine. We sent the samples by post the next day. I went to the post office in central London, near our work, and my heart was pounding as if I was sending a bomb. Waiting for the results was hell. It usually takes 6-8 weeks, but we paid for an expedited service, so we waited 3 weeks. During this time, Anna didn't stop. She called our parents and complained, "I'm worried about Tom because my name is so secretive." Our parents relayed this to me. Mom called and said, "Daughter, Anna says you're hiding something. Maybe talk to her." I got angry and said, "Mom, she's lying to destroy me. Why do you defend her?" Dad intervened. "She's our daughter, just like you. Maybe jealousy because of the children." But they did nothing to stop her. Meanwhile, the tension between me and Tom continued. He tried to be nice, bought flowers, red roses from Tesco, because he knows I love them, took the children to the park. We went to Hyde Park for a picnic, where James fed the ducks and Emma collected flowers, but I saw doubt in his eyes when he looked at the children. One evening he said, "James is so tall for his age, maybe genes from your side?" I cried. "You still doubt," he apologized, but the poison was already working. Finally, the results came by email. It was in the morning, I was at work. I work at a marketing agency in Shoreditch, sitting at my computer checking email. My heart froze when I saw the email from Ancestry. I opened it and there were graphs percentages. It showed, Tom is the biological father of both children at 99.999%. James, full match Emma, the same. I cried with relief right in the office, a colleague asked. "Everything okay?" I said. "Yes, family matters." I ran home, took a half-day off, showed Tom. He read it, turned pale, hugged me and said, "I'm sorry, darling, I'm an idiot, Anna poisoned me." We cried together, then laughed, he joked. "Now I know Emma's red hair is from my Irish ancestors." That evening we celebrated, ordered pizza from Domino's with pepper and pineapple for the kids, watched the Addams Family movie because Emma loves it, and everything seemed normal. But this isn't the end. I thought I'd show the results to Anna to shut her up. I called her. "Anna, we did the test. The children are Tom's, stop your lies." She laughed. "Maybe you faked it or the lab made a mistake. I've seen photos, they don't look alike." I was shocked. "Are you serious?" "I'm worried about Tom, he deserves the truth." Then she told our parents her version. "They did the test, but I don't believe it." Our parents called. "Daughter, maybe show us the results." I sent them, but Mom said, "Anna says online tests aren't accurate." I got angry. "Why are you on her side? Dad, she's lonely, it's hard for her." Meanwhile, the rumors spread. A friend from the community called. "Heard from Anna that you have secrets. Everything okay?" I cried. Now Tom is completely on my side. He told Anna on the phone, "Stop or we won't communicate." She cried, "You don't understand me, Tom. I was always on your side." It seemed strange, but we didn't pay attention. The children, thank God, don't know the details. We said Aunt Anna is acting strange because she's sad. But James asked, "Why does Auntie say we're not yours, Dad?" Tom hugged him. "She tells bad jokes." We decided to limit contact with Anna, not invite her to family events. Our parents are offended. "You're splitting the family." But I'm standing my ground. Reddit, it's a relief, but the wounds are deep. My husband apologizes every day. We're going to couples therapy, found an online therapist, sessions on Zoom because our schedule is tight. The children are happy, but I'm afraid this isn't the end. Anna seems obsessed. What next? Ignore or confront? Thanks for the support. Update 2. Hi, Reddit. Another 2 weeks have passed since Update 1. It's now mid-August. The weather in London is hot. We go to the pool with the kids to cool down, and the situation has developed dramatically. Thank you for the comments under the previous update. Many said to watch Anna, as her behavior is abnormal, possibly mental health issues or something hidden. You were right. This update is about how I learned the truth from her friends, and it turned everything upside down. Again, sorry for the length, but the details are important. It's like a series, and I want you to understand the whole chaos. Emotions are still at their peak. Anger, shock, relief, and a little pity for Anna, but mostly anger. After Update 1, we tried to live normally. Tom became even more attentive, made breakfasts eggs Benedict with avocado because he knows I'm on a diet, took the children to football. James scored a goal in his team's match. We celebrated with ice cream in the park, and we even went for a weekend to Brighton, rented a cottage by the sea. The kids built sandcastles, and Tom and I walked along the pier holding hands. But Anna didn't disappear. She sent messages to Tom. How are you? Thinking of me? He showed me. We laughed, but it was disturbing. Then she called our parents and said, Tom is unhappy with me because the children aren't his. Our parents called us. Anna says the test is fake. I yelled, enough, we sent the proof. Mom, she cries every day she's lonely. I said, she's destroying my family. The truth came out unexpectedly. I have mutual friends with Anna from the Ukrainian community, Oksana and Marina. We've known each other since childhood, emigrated together. They work in London, Oksana in a bank, Marina in a beauty salon. We meet once a month at a cafe, last time at a Costa Coffee near Victoria, drank lattes and ate muffins. But this time Oksana called me urgently. We need to meet without Anna. It's important. I was worried because her voice was trembling. We met in Regent's Park, a nice place with a lake and ducks. The children were at home with Tom. Oksana and Marina came, looked nervous. Oksana started, we couldn't stay silent. Anna is telling crazy things. Marina added, she confessed to us why she's doing this. It turned out Anna is in love with Tom, from the very beginning. They told the details, when Tom and I met at a corporate event in 2012, where Anna was also present because I invited her. She told them, he's perfect, too bad my name snatched him up. Then at our wedding in a church in Kensington with a reception at a hotel where Anna was a bridesmaid, she got drunk and cried in the bathroom. Why not me? I'm prettier. The friends thought it was jealousy, but over the years it got worse. When Anna divorced Peter 3 years ago after an argument about children, he left because she yelled, you're not a man, you can't give me a child. She started fantasizing about Tom. She told her friends, Tom would understand me. He's kind, unlike Peter. They advised her to see a therapist, but she ignored them. This circus with the children was her plan to break us up. She told them, if I prove the children aren't Tom's, he will leave me and come to me. She doesn't deserve happiness because she has everything. The friends were shocked. Oksana asked, are you serious? This is madness? Anna, yes, I love him. Since childhood my name stole everything, our parents' attention, success. Now I'll take Tom. They tried to persuade her to stop, but she continued spreading rumors. When we did the test, Anna cried to them. They faked it, but I'm not giving up. The friends decided to tell me because this is crossing the line and we're afraid for you and the children. They had evidence, screenshots of messages from Anna in a group chat where she wrote, Tom is mine, I will win him over, and even audio from a party where she drunkenly confesses. I sat in the park listening and felt like the world had turned upside down. Shock, anger, how dare she? I cried. Why didn't you tell me earlier, Oksana? We thought it would pass, but when the rumors about the children started, we realized it's dangerous. Marina, she's sick, needs help. I thanked them, hugged them. I went home, showed everything to Tom. He turned pale. My God, I had no idea. She was always nice to me, but I thought it was sisterly. We laughed nervously. Good thing you didn't respond to her messages. Then anger, she wanted to destroy our family. We decided to confront Anna. We invited her to our parents' neutral territory, their house in Birmingham. We went there for the weekend. Our parents were there, we showed the screenshots. Anna first denied it. It's fake, the friends are lying. But when they heard the audio, she broke down, cried. Yes, I love Tom. You to me always had everything. A husband, children, I'm unhappy, lonely. Why not me? Tom said. Anna, this is madness. I love my wife. Our parents were shocked. Mom cried, Dad yelled, how could you? Anna ran out, slamming the door. Now we are not communicating with her. Our parents are finally on our side. Mom said, we were wrong to defend her. She needs therapy. We advised her to see a psychologist. There are NHS services in the UK for mental health. The friends distanced themselves from Anna. Oksana said, we don't want to be associated with her. The children don't know the details, but James asked, is Aunt Anna sick? We said, yes, she needs to get better. Our life has improved. Tom and I are closer than ever. We go on dates, lately to the cinema to see Deadpool. We laughed. The children are happy. Emma started drawing happy pictures. But the wounds remain. I feel betrayed by the sister I loved despite everything. Reddit, did we do the right thing? Maybe give her a chance after therapy? Thank you for everything. Your advice saved us. Update 3. Hi, Reddit. It's been about a month since the last update. It's now early September. The kids have gone back to school. James is in 3rd grade. Emma is in kindergarten. We bought new backpacks with their favorite characters. For him with football players, for her with princesses, and I thought the situation with Anna had finally quieted down. Thank you for all the comments under Update 2. Many advised staying away from her. giving her time for therapy and protecting our family. Tom and I did just that. We limited contact, our parents finally supported us, and Anna seemed to have disappeared from the radar. She didn't call, didn't write, didn't even post anything on social media. She has Facebook and Instagram, where she used to post complaints about life. We breathed a sigh of relief, Tom said. Maybe she understood and is getting better. We even started planning a family vacation for the fall, maybe to Spain. We love Barcelona. We were there before the children were born, walked along Las Ramblas, ate paella. But life, as always, threw a bombshell. This update is about how Anna disappeared, how we searched for her and what we found. It shocked us all, and I still can't recover. Sorry for the length, but the details are necessary because it's like a thriller, and my emotions are still on edge. Fear, anger, compassion, and complete chaos in my head. After the confrontation at our parents' house, remember, where we showed the screenshots and audio, and she ran out in tears, Anna disappeared for a week. At first we weren't worried, we thought she needed to be alone. Our parents called her, but her phone was off. Mom panicked. What if she did something to herself? She's so sensitive, Dad reassured. She's an adult, she'll come back. But after 3 days, Mom went to her apartment in Edgware, a small one-bedroom in an old building where she's lived since the divorce, with a view of a noisy street. The door was locked, the neighbors said. Haven't seen her since Saturday. Tom and I were in London. I was at work. We have a campaign with a new client, promoting cosmetics. I was sitting in a Zoom presentation when Mom called in hysterics. Anna is missing. Her things are in place, but there's no note. I reassured her. Maybe she went to friends. But Oksana and Marina, the friends who told the truth, said, she hasn't responded to us since that day. We're worried too. We decided to report it to the police. We went to a station in Birmingham. Our parents live there, and Anna often visited them. But since she's an adult and there are no signs of a crime, they said, wait 48 hours, she might show up on her own. Tom was calm, but I saw he was nervous, smoking more. He's trying to quit, but under stress goes back to cigarettes, smokes in the garden, away from the children. The children felt the tension. Emma asked, where is Aunt Anna? Is she angry with us? I hugged her. No, sweetie, she just went on vacation. James, smarter, said, Mom, are you crying because of her? We tried to hold on. In the evenings, we played board games, Monopoly, where Tom always wins because he's an IT guy, calculates everything. Watched cartoons. Emma loves Frozen, sings Let It Go all the time. On the 5th day, Anna called Mom from an unknown number. Her voice was weak. Mom, I'm not well. I'm in the hospital. Mom was shocked. Which hospital? Anna, St. Mary's in London, come. We all rushed there. I took time off work. My boss understood, said. Family comes first. Tom did too. The hospital in Paddington, big, with long corridors, the smell of disinfectant. We found her in a ward, pale, on an IV, doctors around. She cried when she saw us. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The doctor, a young Indian, Dr. Patel, explained. Your sister was admitted with severe dehydration and a panic attack. We ran tests. She is pregnant, 12 weeks along. This complicated the situation because she tried. Well, she took some pills but sought help in time. Shock, pregnant, we all froze. Mom cried, daughter, how? You said you couldn't. Anna looked away. It's a miracle or a curse. We sat in the ward, small, with a window to the street where it was raining, typical London September, and Anna told part of the story. After the confrontation, she fell into depression, drank even though she knew she shouldn't, and tried to kill herself but changed her mind and called an ambulance. About the pregnancy. I had IVF at a private clinic in Manchester 3 months ago. I paid my last money, found a donor. She cried. I wanted a child so I wouldn't be alone. After everything with Peter, after being jealous of you, me, I thought this is my chance. Tom asked, and the father, who is the donor? Anna, anonymous from a sperm bank. Don't worry, it doesn't concern you. Our parents were delighted. A grandchild will help. But I felt something was wrong. Her look at Tom was strange, almost guilty. Oksana and Marina came. I called them, and Oksana whispered. She lied to us about the IVF, said she was trying, but didn't give details. Anna stayed in the hospital for observation. Doctors said risk of miscarriage due to stress. We visited her every day. I brought fruit, apples, bananas from Tesco, Tom, flowers, white lilies because she likes them. The children didn't know. We said, Aunt is sick but getting better. But the tension grew. Anna started saying strange things like, this child is my salvation, it will bind us all together. Mom was happy. Finally, the family will be united. Dad, we'll support you financially. I tried to be supportive. After all, she's my sister despite everything. Tom and I went to therapy. Our therapist, Mrs. Green, on Zoom says, "This is trauma, work on trust." But at night, I couldn't sleep, thinking, how did she get pregnant if the doctors said it was impossible? I checked online, Googled IVF after infertility, but nothing suspicious. Then an incident happened. Anna called Tom in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. We were sleeping, Buddy was barking. He answered. "Anna, what's wrong?" she cried. "Tom, this child, you need to know the truth." He woke me up. "She's delirious." The next day at the hospital, she said, "Forget it, it's the hormones." But it stuck in my head. The friends advised, "Watch her, she's still obsessed with Tom." Our parents organized a family dinner at the hospital, brought homemade food, borscht that mom makes from a Ukrainian recipe, with beetroot and sour cream, and everything seemed normal. Anna smiled. "Thank you for coming. I will change." Reddit, it's a relief that she's alive, but the shock of the pregnancy. Should I believe her about the anonymous donor? Maybe it's her ex or someone else. I have mixed emotions. Happiness for her, finally a child, but fear that this is another circus. What to do? Demand details about the IVF, or leave it alone? Thanks for the advice, you are my lifeline. Update 4. Hi again, Reddit. It's been 2 weeks since Update 3, it's now mid-September, autumn in London, leaves turning yellow in the parks. The kids and I are collecting chestnuts in the garden, making figures, and the situation exploded like a bomb. Thank you for the comments under the previous one. Many suspected something was wrong with Anna's pregnancy. Advised checking the IVF details and not trusting blindly. You were right, and what we found out is a mega shock that turned everything upside down. I'm still trembling as I write this because it's like a horror movie, but real life. This update is about the truth about Anna's child, how we found out and what happened after. The details are painful, emotions are at their peak, betrayal, anger, shock, and the question of what's next. Sorry for the length, but without the details you won't understand the full horror. After Anna was discharged from the hospital, doctors released her after a week, with recommendations to rest, take vitamins. She moved in with our parents in Birmingham. Mom insisted, "You can't be alone in this condition." We visited her once a week, drove, Tom at the wheel, the kids in the back playing I Spy. Brought gifts for the future child. I bought cute bodysuits from Mothercare, neutral, since the gender isn't known yet. Anna seemed calmer. She went to therapy, found a psychologist through the NHS, sessions once a week, said, "I regret everything, I want to be a good aunt." Tom was cautious but nice, brought her tea Earl Grey, her favorite, talked about the weather. The children were happy. Emma drew pictures for the cousin, James said, "I'll teach him to play football." Our parents were beaming. Dad was renovating the room for the baby, painted in pastel colors, bought a crib from IKEA. Mom cooked healthy food, salads, soups because for pregnant women. But suspicions didn't go away. I noticed how Anna looked at Tom not like a brother-in-law but with tenderness. Once, when we were at our parents' Saturday lunch, Mom made cherry vareniki like in our childhood in Ukraine. Anna said to Tom, "You will be a wonderful uncle to this child." He smiled, but I felt a chill. Friends, Oksana and Marina said, "Ask about the IVF clinic. What documents?" I decided to check. Googled the clinic she named, Fertility Center in Manchester, well-known, with good reviews. I called them anonymously. "Is IVF possible for a woman with reproductive problems?" They said, "Yes, with a donor." But when I asked about Anna, didn't give her name, they didn't give info due to confidentiality. The truth came out unexpectedly. Anna went for an ultrasound at 14 weeks at a local clinic in Birmingham, and Mom went with her. After returning, Anna was pale, Mom too. In the evening, Mom called me, "Daughter, come, we need to talk." Tom and I went the next day, Sunday, left the kids with a babysitter, our neighbor, Mrs. Johnson, a kind grandmother. At our parents' house, living room with old furniture, photos of me and Anna as children on the wall, Anna was sitting on the sofa holding papers. She cried, "I can't lie anymore. This child is Tom's." Shock, Tom turned pale. "What, how?" I screamed. "You cheated on me?" No, never." "Anna, he didn't know I stole his sperm." The details are horrifying. It turned out 3 months ago when Anna was at our house, remember, before all the circus, she came for dinner because she was lonely. She stole a used condom from the trash in our bathroom. Tom and I had sex that evening, after a romantic dinner, wine, candles. She froze the sample, read online how to, in a home refrigerator, then went to the IVF clinic and said it was from a partner, but anonymously. The clinic didn't check. Regulations in the UK are strict, but for private ones, sometimes they skip things if you sign consent. She had the procedure, and it worked. At the ultrasound, the doctor asked about the father, and Anna broke down, told Mom. Mom forced her to confess to us. We were in shock. Tom yelled, "This is a crime, how could you?" I cried, "You're sick, this is genetic rape." Our parents were horrified. Dad, "Anna, this is madness." Mom, "But the child is innocent." Anna, "I loved you, Tom, I wanted our child. Now you will be the father." Tom, "No, this is not my child in that sense." We did a DNA test at the same clinic, amniocentesis for the fetus, risky, but Anna agreed. Results in a week, 99.9%, Tom is the biological father. I had a hysterical fit, ran out of the room, cried in the car. Now chaos, we contacted the police in London, the Department for Crimes Against the Person. They are investigating theft of genetic material, possible fraud with the clinic. A lawyer found through friends, a specialist in family law, says, "This is a rare case, but Anna could go to jail for the violation." Anna cries, "Don't take my child away." Our parents are torn. Mom wants to help Anna, Dad is on our side. The children only know that Aunt is sicker. Tom and I are in crisis, he apologizes. "I'm not guilty, but I feel dirty." The therapist says, "This is trauma, work together." Friends are shocked. Oksana, "She's a psychopath." Reddit, "What should we do?" Sue, "Let her give birth and not get involved." The child is genetically our children's half-sibling. I'm in despair, my life is ruined. Thank you for your support. Update 5. Hi Reddit. It's been about 2 months since the last update. It's now mid-November, it's already cold in London. The kids and I are preparing for Christmas. James is writing a letter to Santa Claus asking for a new football. Emma is drawing snowmen and Christmas trees, and Tom and I are decorating the house with garlands from Tesco. Buddy is circling under our feet trying to eat the glitter, and I thought the nightmare with Anna was finally ending. But it turned out she had another layer of lies that almost destroyed everything completely. Thank you all for the comments under Update 4. Many advised not to trust her blindly, to do another independent DNA test for the fetus, and to watch out for her manipulations, as her obsession with Tom seemed boundless. You were right, and what we discovered was the final blow that forced us to make a radical decision. This update is about how we dug up the truth about Anna's child, how her plan fell apart, and why we decided to move away from her. Sorry for the length, but this is the finale of all this madness, and I want to describe everything in detail because emotions are still boiling. Shock at the lies, relief from the truth, anger at the manipulations, and finally, hope for a new life. It's like the end of a bad series where the main villain is finally exposed. After Anna confessed to stealing sperm and forging documents, remember, with the help of Irina from the IVF clinic in Manchester, where she paid £2,000 for help registering the sample as anonymous, Tom and I were in complete shock, but decided not to rely solely on her words. The police continued their investigation. Detective Harris, that mustached man from Westminster, called us weekly with updates. We're checking financial records, the clinic, and witnesses, and we hired an independent lawyer, Mr. Collins, a specialist in family law from an office in the city, cost £300 an hour, but worth it, he advised. Do an amniocentesis for a DNA test on the fetus to confirm paternity legally. Anna was under house arrest at our parents', in Birmingham, wears an electronic ankle bracelet that beeps if she leaves the house, and goes to mandatory therapy once a week with an NHS psychologist. The doctor says she has obsessive-compulsive disorder with elements of manipulation. Our parents looked after her. Mom cooked healthy food, vegetable soups, salads with avocado and chicken because pregnant women need vitamins. Dad took her for ultrasounds, lately at the local Solihull clinic, where they confirmed the baby is a boy, developing normally. At 20 weeks you can already see arms and legs. Anna seemed repentant, called me once a week under Mom's supervision and said, "I'm sorry, sister, I was sick. This child is my chance for a new life, and Tom will be the uncle." But we didn't believe her. Tom especially, he felt genetically violated, went to separate therapy for male victims, a Zoom group where men share traumas. He says, "It helps because I'm not guilty, but I feel dirty." I was supportive, but at night I couldn't sleep, thinking, what if this is another lie? She's a master manipulator. Friends, Oksana and Marina, also suspected. At our last meeting at a cafe at Costa Coffee near Regent's Park, drank hot chocolate with marshmallows because it was cold, Oksana said. Anna always lied, check the DNA independently. We decided to do the amniocentesis. The procedure is risky, 1% chance of miscarriage, but Anna agreed. The lawyer formalized consent in court as she is under arrest. We went to a private clinic in London, Harley Street Clinic, elite with soft chairs and coffee at reception, cost £1,500, but for peace of mind. The doctor, Dr. Singh, an Indian woman with experience, took a sample from Anna's abdomen. She cried. It's for the truth. Tom gave his sample saliva, and we waited 2 weeks for results, a lab in Cambridge, independent of the police. The wait was hell. The children felt the tension. James became quieter, played less football. We take him to training at a local club in Clapham, where he usually forgets everything. Asked, Mom, why doesn't Aunt Anna come? Doesn't she like us? Emma drew sad pictures, a family without an aunt with clouds. We tried to normalize life. Went to the zoo, London Zoo, watched the penguins, fed the giraffes. Tom bought ice cream to cheer everyone up. Celebrated Halloween, the kids in costumes, James as a footballer, Emma as a princess. We went trick-or-treating in the neighborhood, Buddy in a bee costume. Our parents called. Mom, Anna is changing, goes to therapy, says she regrets everything. Dad, the child is innocent, don't punish it. But we held our ground. Limited visits, changed our phone number. Tom got a new SIM card because Anna sent strange messages. Tom, think of our child. Finally, the results came, an email from the clinic. I opened it at work, working on a new campaign, sitting at my computer with coffee, and my heart stopped. I read, paternity excluded at 99.999%. Tom's sample does not match the fetus. Shock, the child is not Tom's. I called him, he was at work in his IT office in Canary Wharf writing code. It's not yours, she lied again. Tom sighed with relief. My God, I knew something was wrong. We drove to our parents' that same evening by car on the M40. The kids slept in the back with pillows. The confrontation was epic. We showed Anna the results. She cried, fell to her knees. I'm sorry, I lied. The child is from an anonymous donor from Real IVF. I didn't steal sperm, that was a lie to tie Tom to me. She confessed to everything. She really did IVF at the clinic with an anonymous donor, paid £10,000, borrowed from our parents and friends. But when she found out she was pregnant, she decided to use it as a last chance to win Tom back. She thought, if I say the child is his, I will be outraged, quarrel with Tom over the betrayal, even though there wasn't any, and Tom will leave her because of the child scandal. Then he will come to me because I'm the mother of his child. This was her insane plan, to manipulate emotions to destroy our marriage and take Tom. She forged the clinic documents with Irina's help, who only registered it but didn't know about the lie, invented the condom story to make it sound plausible. The police confirmed, no evidence of theft, only forgery and lies. Detective Harris said, this is psychological abuse, but not a crime. We are closing the case because there was no actual theft. Irina confessed. Anna paid for fake papers, but the sample was anonymous. Our parents were in shock. Mom sobbed. Daughter, why so many lies? Dad yelled. You almost destroyed your sister's family? Anna cried. I've loved Tom since the first time I saw him at your wedding, remember, in the church in Kensington where I was a bridesmaid and cried in the bathroom. I was jealous because I had nothing, infertility, though there were chances, I exaggerated, divorce, loneliness. I thought a child would bind him to me. Tom said, Anna, this is an illness. I love my wife and you need help. We did not forgive, this was the last straw. The friends distanced themselves. Marina, she's a pathological liar, stay away. We decided to move away from Anna because she won't let us live normally. Her obsession won't disappear. The therapist says she has borderline personality disorder, but we won't risk it. We found a house in Edinburgh, Scotland, a beautiful city with a castle and parks. Tom found a job at an IT company there, remote with a transition. I can work remotely in marketing. We bought a 2-story townhouse with a garden for £450,000, took out a mortgage, moving in a month. The children are thrilled. James, there's a castle like in Harry Potter. Emma, will we see the mountains? Buddy will come with us. Our parents are sad. Mom, don't leave us, but Dad, I understand Anna poisoned everything. We will limit contact, only with our parents, without Anna. She will give birth alone. We will not be a part of it. The child is not ours, and it's her responsibility. Now relief, Tom and I are closer. We go to couples therapy, therapist praises. You've endured, planning a second honeymoon maybe to Italy. Life goes on. Yesterday we baked cookies gingerbread with Christmas tree-shaped cutters, watched Home Alone. Reddit, thank you for your support. Your advice saved our family. This is the end of the story, I hope. If anything, I'll update, but I hope not. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss new stories.